Let's hurry up and film this show. I gotta poop.
That's how it ends. Yes, yes, yes. All right, so we got a problem. We got all this stuff that we need to talk about on the channel, but it doesn't really fit in with any of our videos. So how do we weave all this stuff in and take care of that?
Like all those ideas we have and things we've been wanting to talk about?
Yeah. Got any ideas? I don't want to do like some stupid podcast or something.
It's just to have a show.
Like some stupid, like what are you going to call it? Backroad Driver Show?
Yeah.
All right, I'll try it.
Why not?
Where are we going to do this? We're in Tennessee. You got to have some water in it.
Let's just pull over somewhere and
Let's find a spot.
we can do it. We can talk.
We'll try it. If it sucks, it's your fault. If it's awesome, remember I brought this up. Get the chairs. I got two. Just how to
Bro, what is all this junk in here?
what are you talking about?
Back of your truck's full of junk.
You don't have car parts in your truck?
I do.
This is all the parts. Here, just flip that thing up over there. This is all the parts that I've taken off. Well, it's
Part of all the parts.
a lot of them. It's a lot of the parts that I've taken off so far. My wife said I had to get them out of the garage, so I didn't want to get rid of them. So I just put them in my truck.
Guess that works. What if you want to use your truck for a truck?
I am. My chair lays back.
Welcome to Backroad Driver Show.
Welcome to the Backroad Driver Show. I'm Brad.
And I'm Sam.
Why are you wearing a mask?
COVID-19, man. We're in a public park.
Sam, they can't get COVID through the camera. There's nobody around. Take your mask off.
Oh, okay. That's cool. Phew.
How long have you had that on?
Since I got out of the truck.
Good gracious. Well, guys, hey, this is our 22nd video overall. We have a lot of things to talk about today. We're going to jump right into that. And we're here on the Tennessee River in Knoxville, Tennessee. Pretty awesome place. Got the wolf right here in the background. We plan to do a weekly show to take you guys behind the scenes so you can see a little bit more about what's coming up on the channel, what's coming up with the truck, what's coming up with other vehicles that we've got in the works, so you can kind of follow along and us kind of fill in the blanks, I guess, a little bit. One thing we've not been able to talk about at all yet is the way, like what it's like to start up a YouTube channel. We're about, what, how many months in now? 3 or 4?
3 or 4, yeah.
Over 500 subscribers, which is really small. Would you say it's easier or harder to get traction and to get subscribers than we thought it would be?
We always thought it was going to be hard, but when they keep trickling in a few at a time, it feels harder than what we thought it was going to be, huh?
So some videos seem like, you know, you get done with it and you think this is going to smash, this is going to go wild, and it doesn't. And then others, you think you kind of rush through a little bit, maybe on the editing or whatever, and then it actually kills. So it's hard to predict and hard to tell with YouTube. The wolf, if you didn't watch the last video, we'll put it in the top of the description right there so you can link to that right away. But it's Sam mentioned in that video when we were kind of doing the walk around, the truck's not done. And then of course you've seen all the parts that have come off. We've probably got less to do than we've already done, but we do have some more things.
We're gonna give a shot.
It's gonna be some of the cooler stuff we've done yet. The bumpers and everything and the exhaust, that's really cool, but we've got 2 or 3 more tricks up our sleeve that'll really make this truck even more custom.
Hey, one of those things we wanted to talk about was the reason we're not doing this from the cab of the truck.
That's why you hear the road noise. So I was doing some hard pulls one day and it was hot and I had the AC blasted because I like to party, but I don't like to be hot. So I had the AC blaring, and all of a sudden the air stops working. So I didn't think a whole lot of it. I turned it off, turned it back on, nothing happens. You didn't hear anything pop or anything, but no AC. And Sam, tell them what Ford said.
Since there's COVID-19 running around, production of the AC compressor had fell short of what they needed for production when they started back up. So as far as the service part goes, you can't get it. It's hard to come by. They're putting them all on the assembly line to build more trucks. And what have you been without, like a month and a half now?
So the last 4 videos you've watched.
In the middle of the summer.
Yeah, middle of the summer, the last 4 videos you've watched. I felt kind of bad because I wanted to like tell you guys everything, but it never just really fit into the content, and that's why we wanted to do this show. It's been ridiculously hot here, ridiculously humid. They said a month and a half. It's been almost a month and a half, so we're getting close. But I think we're close to getting a compressor. They're gonna fix it under warranty, which that's awesome. I'm glad. It would cost, we looked into aftermarket and then put one on about 700 bucks total to get it done. But I guess I should have done that a month and a half ago.
Yeah, it's too late now.
I've lost like 4 pounds because of this. I need all the weight I can get. So hopefully in the next week or so we'll be able to get AC, but it's...
Just so you know, if you put a supercharger on an F-150, you got to do your oil pump gears, your crank sprockets, and you're probably going to go through AC compressors because supercharger kind of puts a load on them that it doesn't see as, you know, so here we are.
My service advisor said you got to turn the, you can't just turn it down, you got to turn it off, and then it won't pop the compressor. So lesson learned. We'll do better next time. I'm not trying to do, I probably did 100 pulls with the AC on, but
yeah, I mean, most people are going to go out and have a supercharged truck, aren't going to drive it like he has been driving it. You know,
pretty fun though.
Yeah,
it was worth it. I wish it happened in fall or winter, but I guess I wouldn't have had the AC on, so it wouldn't have happened in the fall or winter. But that's what's up on that. We should be getting that fixed here pretty soon. When we film in the car, we got the AC seats on. Man, these are like chick problems almost.
Yeah, no.
We'll have the AC seats on, we'll turn the air on, and then before we go cut the camera on and start talking, we will cut the AC off and then go, you know, however long it takes. But you can't, if you roll the windows down and try to film from inside, it's garbage because of air passing over the microphone. So you do what you got to do. So when we were looking at all these takeoff parts, it made me think of something Sam had not long ago. Sam had a car, had a bunch of parts taken off, and then he ended up selling it, so he put most everything back on. But tell them about what you had.
I had a Infiniti Q60.
It's like the coupe with what's the Nissan variant?
Well, they don't. It's gonna be the motor in it. It's probably what's gonna be in the new Z when it comes out. It's the 3.0 twin turbo.
It's fast
motor.
It's like it's the 2-door coupe though.
So I had the Red Sport, and you know, 400 horsepower, yay. And that was obviously not enough. So
because that's not how we.
By the time I was done, I had about everything I had was AMS performance. If any of you guys are looking to work on one of those cars, AMS is the best.
You had a bad experience with it, and you don't have to mention them, but you had.
I had a bad experience with a regional Z shop. Let's just leave it at that. And anyway, I had the Q built up to where it was at RA 500 levels. So if you want to check that out on AMS Performance's website, I'm not trying to sell anything for them, but it's 500 horse at the wheel, and I don't know, 550 torque, somewhere in there.
It was
in a little all-wheel drive coupe. It was pretty freaking fast.
What did you, so we had draggy back then. What did you, we weren't doing YouTube, so we don't have any footage of all that, but what was the draggy time on that 0 to 60?
I could run a 3.5 in the heat, and
yeah,
so it was about like this
about
bad
like
boy.
the Wolf. It was fast, it'd rip your face off.
It wasn't as much horsepower, but it was a lighter car and all that.
I didn't feel like I was, even though I was always in the passenger seat, I didn't feel like I was gonna, I drove it a time or two, but I didn't think I was gonna die when I was riding in it. Sometimes in the Wolf, it's
You're sitting up a whole lot higher.
Yeah,
I mean, in the coupe, you're down on the ground. Yeah.
Air coming underneath. The coupe was awesome though, and when he went to sell that, he was able to pull a bunch of stuff off. And
a couple days pulling parts off and putting stuff back on, and sold it on a Facebook group that's dedicated to that car, and come out pretty good. But now you've got a bunch of factory parts that.
Yeah. So an Albatross, like, what do you do with a bunch of factory stuff? Because if you were gonna,
it's the bed of his truck's full, and the cab up there right now. He's having his garage floor redone, so he had to get them out.
It's not even all the parts. So like, we've gotten rid of some stuff immediately that we knew was like not worth anything. But
yeah,
there's still some more junk in here. But so I had a 2019 Mustang GT, and I had a Raptor. I think I mentioned this one other time. That's why I wanted to get a 5.0 truck and supercharge it, because I liked the way the Mustang drove and loved the sound. But and I liked the truck, but I didn't like the V6. And nothing against EcoBoost, that's what he's got. I'm gonna get to that in just a second.
Gotta have that V8 sound, huh?
The sound is enough for a lot of people to go V8, because you can upgrade an EcoBoost and get a really quick truck that actually weighs less, pretty doggone easy. But the V8's just, it's a different breed. So we never raced my Mustang, and I just had visual mods. He had actual horsepower mods, but we never raced those two cars before I got rid of the Mustang and he got rid of the Q60. I regret that. So today, and I hope this becomes something we can do more often, and if you've not watched every single one of our videos, you probably don't know what Sam drives. I think it was the how to do a burnout video.
Yeah.
We kind of looked at your truck, kind of did a short walk around. We need to do a full review on that, but I want to challenge you to our first Backroad Driver Challenge, but it's not what you're thinking, because heads up, Wolf to Sam's truck, which it needs a name. Go back and watch how to do a burnout. Check his truck out. It kind of looks a little bit like a Stormtrooper, but that's not very original.
Yeah, every black and white truck ever.
Yeah,
it's been called the Stormtrooper.
Comment in here what we'll put a picture. I tell you what, I'll edit a little bit on this one. We'll put a picture of his truck up on the screen right now. You can take a look at that. And what we want you to do is comment down below and help us get a name for this truck. And you may want to do that more after you see what we're about to do. So what I want to challenge you to is I want to go to an 1/8 mile track, and I want to drive the Wolf against your truck. I think everybody expects this should win. If it doesn't, we got a big problem. But then I want to swap, and I want you to drive this and I'll drive your truck, and we'll make 2 passes in each other's truck, and we'll average all those times out and see who can come up with the best time, and we'll make this the 8th challenge. And a lot of people do my car versus your car, and that stuff's awesome, and I'm sure we're going to do plenty of that. But I want to do something that's heads up, like
driver skill.
And
neither one of us have been to a track ever in our life, so
no drag experience. So I don't know how that's going to go, but it's going to be fun. We'll do a challenge, and that's not going to be the very next video, but we'll be working on that. That's something you'll know that's coming up. So let's talk about Boost Tame. This is our first product that we've talked about on here, that we can actually say, I mean, there's lots of stuff that I've done to the truck that I would absolutely recommend, but there's one thing that we did that has been like, holy crap, that was bang for the buck, the coolest thing I've seen, and that is
Boost Tame Professional.
Boost Tame Professional. So we'll put a link down in the description where you can buy that, and I think if you buy it from Amazon, we'll get like $1 or something.
Yeah, I've ran it in my truck as well.
It's crazy.
It helps.
So growing up, I always had like some V6, you know, low horsepower car, but I would soup it up and think it was awesome, and I would run whatever AutoZone octane booster in it, and it really didn't do anything.
They got you for 10 or 15 bucks on that.
It was nothing. But this is like a real deal Vander Holyfield, raises octane. It's got the chart on there, it shows everything about it, but we've been able to boost the octane up in this to well over 100. And I've got the big gas tank on it, so I didn't fill it all the way up to be able to get to that level of octane, but it's not cheap by any stretch of the imagination. I even had, my kids have got like a kid razor version, and it's set for a while, and I got it out and the gas in it was kind of old and it was having a hard time getting going. So I just put a couple ounces of boosteine in there, probably more than I should have. And that joker came back to life. Like it lit that gas up and it was ready to go. So we'll put that in the tanks for that and kind of help our times out. I think it'll take some time off. And maybe we'll do a run without and run with, I don't know. I don't want to get too complex, but that's something you got to look forward to. We've got some more parts coming, some more suspension parts for this that will help us hook a little better. What was that other big thing? We were talking about it on the way over here, that it was a visual mod. Should we not say that yet? The inside deal?
Keep that secret.
We got something crazy for this. It'll be like kind of like the rear bumper and rear exhaust. It'll be the only one like it in the world. There's something similar, but it's crazy. It's a two-part mod, and I think you're gonna really think that's cool. All right, so let us know if you like this, if you like this little update. I know we've only got, if we put a video up right now, we know we'll get 300 people to watch it. If you're watching this a couple years from now, you probably laugh about that because we hope we're a lot bigger by then. But of the people that watch all of our videos, tell us what you like about this. We'll obviously improve our format. I'll tell you one thing right now, and this is just the chairs that we happen to have in the truck.
Yeah, they're all right.
This chair lays all the way back, which is comfortable when you're watching a ball game. It's not great when you're trying to talk to the camera. So I got something up my sleeve for the next one. We're gonna try to do this once a week. So hopefully by next week, I'll be able to get what I'm thinking about. Go ahead and give this video a like. Let us know you're watching. Comment with what we should name or what Sam should name his truck. Obviously he gets final say, so this isn't a democracy, but we want to get your input.
Keep it clean, guys.
Keep it clean. Our mama watches these. And go ahead and subscribe to the channel. If you do that and turn on the notification bell, you'll be able to see when our next video goes live. What's the next video? We're doing the kind of the behind the scenes of how we made the bumpers.
Behind the scenes of how we built the Wolf.
So the last video took you through the whole Wolf, like what it looks like, and a little bit on the truck about, you know, some of the aftermarket stuff. But we took a lot of video while we were getting the bumpers ready and getting the exhaust ready, and that's what the very next video will be about. So it'll be linked up in this description here pretty soon, or linked up at the end of the video. So go ahead, subscribe, like it, tell somebody that you know about our channel. Appreciate you watching, and we'll catch you guys in the next one.
Peace.
Peace out. What'd you tell your wife we were doing when we left your house?
Just going to show you one of the flip houses we're working on. She don't know I'm on YouTube.
Thanks for watching Backroad Driver. Subscribe and turn on the notification bell.